So we love the Oculus Go in our house, so much so that my daughter actually has it in another room right now, so I can't even show it as a part of this video. But we believe that virtual reality is a big part of our future, and we are experiencing it now with the Oculus Go in the best way we've ever experienced it. And so I'm excited to share with you my top 5 favorite apps in my first month of using the Oculus Go that I highly recommend you trying as well with your Oculus Go. So we love the Oculus Go in our house, and my kids love it. I love it. And so there are a few apps that have stood out above the rest. I believe in the coming months, now that the hardware is so readily accessible, I believe that the Oculus Go is going to be one of the top Christmas presents, and the popularity is only going to grow. And so I think we're going to see great apps coming out. But there are 5 apps that came out as the Oculus Go was first available that I think stood out above the rest. So these are the top 5 apps from my perspective. The first app that I recommend is NextVR. NextVR provides some of the best video content, especially when it comes to sports. I'm a big sports fan. I believe a big part of the future of virtual reality will be sports. I believe we'll watch the Super Bowl in virtual reality very soon this year, if not next year. I think a lot of basketball games, baseball games, just makes sense to watch it in virtual reality where it's like you're there at the game. I think that's how people want to experience sports, and I think virtual reality is a great medium for that, and I think NextVR is providing it. It's actually more 180 video than 360 video, so while you can kind of see fans around you or next to you, you're really focused on what's in front of you, so you can turn and look at the scoreboard or the screen or the bench. But it allows you to kind of control your experience, yet it's not a full 360 experience either, though. So it's an interesting experience that they create, and they do sports, and they've got a lot of other videos available there. So NextVR is the first app that I recommend you downloading and experiencing on your Oculus Go. The second app that I recommend on the Oculus Go is AltspaceVR. AltspaceVR. Altspace is basically the first social VR platform and the best, most popular social VR experience right now on the Oculus Go. Facebook Spaces exists for the Oculus Rift. I'm sure it will come soon to the Oculus Go. You can use Oculus Rooms and have some other social experiences within the Oculus app or the Oculus platform. But AltspaceVR is basically like Second Life. If you remember, Second Life was for a web experience. Now Altspace does that for virtual reality. There's some pretty cool experiences. I actually have gone to church the last 2 weeks in AltspaceVR using an avatar that I created on the platform. So it's a pretty cool social VR experience. Go check it out and see some of the different campfire and hangout and social environments that are available now in social VR through AltspaceVR. The third is Hulu. I love that Hulu was ready for VR when it came. Basically, when you go into the Hulu app, you can sit down on a couch and you're watching television on the screen in front of you, and they let you watch any of the flat, general versions of a Hulu video, and it's like you're watching on a 150-inch screen in front of you. It's a great experience. My kids love watching just regular videos in Hulu, but then you can also then choose VR, and they've already created a library of virtual reality 360 content that you can watch there in VR. There on the headset. It's a great experience. I love how they incorporated their existing library of video content and how they've also were prepared with 360 content, knowing that this technology was coming, that they were first into this space. So I love that Hulu prioritized this medium, and it's a great app to experience 360 video content. The fourth app that I highly recommend is the New York Times app. New York Times has been telling stories for decades and done a great job with the medium of newspapers, and they have done such a great job of taking out a traditional medium and moving to digital with their mobile apps and iPads apps. And they've also prioritized this medium of virtual reality. They have a great Oculus Go app with some great content. They're great storytellers, and so they're telling stories in a really powerful way through 360 video. So I love how New York Times is prioritizing this technology and creating a great experience there within the Oculus Go. And then the last app I want to recommend is a fun app. It's Paint VR. It's honestly a very simple app, but you literally have this canvas that has dimensions to it now with 360. So if you remember Paint when it first came out and you were literally confined to a little rectangle of what you could do in that, Think about Paint, but now with unlimited space around you, but not just unlimited space, but now you have depth space as well that you can lean into and experience and create whatever creation you might want to create with the paint brushes and the stamps and the various things, elements that are built into Paint VR. It's a really fun app that your kids will have fun with, but even as adults, you can have fun just expressing your creativity. So those are my top 5 apps at this point with the launch of the Oculus Go. We're just a month in. In the next year, I think we're going to have so many creative apps available in so many different ways and mediums in which you can use a 360 experience. And so I can't wait to see what comes. I hope you'll check out those 5 apps, and would love for you to share your favorite Oculus Go apps if you're an Oculus Go user, and what you're learning and experience as you're using the platform, and how we can together maximize virtual reality and learn more about this medium and how we push it forward together. Thanks so much for watching. If you would hit the subscribe button, where I share new videos weekly about social media updates, new technology, and other things similar to virtual reality. Love for you to subscribe. Thanks for watching this video. We'll see you on the next episode.